No, I'm just kidding. You can talk. I don't care. Good evening, guys. How was everybody's weekend? So, my life is really weird. Really weird, and I have to tell you guys about my weekend. And that's why I was concerned about your guys' weekend. So, I got really stoned this weekend. Really freaking stoned. And I was doing what normal stoned individuals do. I was sitting in a parking lot, waiting for my friend, and I was lip syncing to the Bare Necessities while video recording myself for YouTube, because that's what normal stoned people do, okay? So I'm sitting there, just doing my thing. I'm just like, look for the bare necessities, but I was lip syncing because I don't like my own voice. And my friend, a very good friend of mine, pulls up. And there's no pretense to this conversation. No pretense. And he goes, get in the car. Like the kid or the adult with the candy in the van who's like, get in. He's like, get in. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, I've got to show you a hooker. I'm sorry. I'm still high. I'm like, did you just say you're going to buy me a hooker? And he's like, no, weirdo, I want to show you a hooker. And mind you guys, that is the greatest thing you can ever say to me, because I love hookers. I know that's really fucking weird, but I am like that kid, that adult in Grandma's Boy, Josh. Josh is his name, right? Josh, he loves hookers. And how do we know he loves hookers? Because Alex looks at him and says, did you spend our rent money on Filipino hookers? And Josh is like, I just love them so much. They're not hookers, they're massage therapists. And that is the greatest scene in a movie, and that excites me. I fucking love hookers. But it's really weird that I even had that conversation this week, because I'm not a stoner that's been a stoner for a long time. I just started being a stoner, 2018? 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I did not believe weed was a good thing. And since then, I have gotten so fucking high, it's not even funny. Have you guys ever eaten at the Stagecoach Cafe in Manitou? Anybody? All right, cool, I got one hand. If you haven't eaten there, please eat there. More specifically, please eat there when you're stoned. There are beautiful pictures around, and there are animal photos. And my greatest stoner experience involved this. There was a picture of a bison. And if you guys ever wanted to be in a Scooby-Doo commercial, not Scooby-Doo commercial, god damn it, what is that called, a cartoon? Jesus Louise, why are you letting me bomb? Anyways, so if you guys ever have watched Scooby-Doo and wanted to be in that cartoon, the best way to start doing that is by being stoned in the Stagecoach Cafe. Because I'm sitting there just staring at this picture, and my edible kicks in, and my edible is very strong. Very freaking strong. And all of a sudden I'm staring at this picture, and the eye starts spinning. Like I'm in a Scooby-Doo commercial. It literally starts spinning. And I drift into the eye of this bison, and next thing I know, I'm on these plains. I'm on a plains watching bison be slaughtered by Native Americans around me. Just watching them. And my fiance at the time, I'm not engaged anymore. He starts kicking me, and he's like, Sarah. And I'm like, what? And he was like, I was talking to you. But I was so stoned, guys. I'm so stoned, just enjoying watching everything happen, that all I could say was, this bison just showed me the way of its people. I think that's more important than what you have to say. And that is my favorite experience since I've been high. Bobby, help me out here. I'm like totally bombing here. I want to talk about so many things, guys. But I feel like there's a lot of side conversations happening, so I don't feel like talking is really doing anything.
No, you're on it.
I want to talk about softcore porn.
Yes.
I want to talk about so many things.
Talk about the old bush.
The old bush. No, really, have you guys watched softcore porn? I was watching it the other night when we had the hooker conversation, because my same friend and I love to critique porn. There is no better date than critiquing porn. And here's why, especially if it's softcore. Have you guys, everybody knows the human anatomy, right? Have you guys ever watched a chick fake an orgasm in softcore porn? It's freaking fantastic. Right? Clearly, his mouth is nowhere near where it needs to be, but she's acting like it is. And as my good friend who wanted me to talk about hookers, as my good friend said, if she's really orgasming like that, she should be acting like she's having an epileptic seizure right now. And she's not, because he's just rubbing here in her thigh, and it's really weird. Softcore porn is really freaking weird. What is your guys' favorite porn? Since we still have side conversations, and now I want to get to know my audience.
Vintage. I like the vintage hairy bush. I want to see the big red titties.
You like big red titties? Not pink titties. It's got to be red.
It's got to be red.
Like, are we talking blood red or are we talking ginger red?
I
Where are we at?
ginger red.
Ginger red. Okay, a little bit of orange tits there going. I got you. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate your input.
I like to communicate.
There was a way. Like, I had this whole format for this conversation tonight, but I don't know what happened.
Dude, just roll with it.
I am rolling with it. I'm totally rolling with it. I'm just trying to think where I was going to go with it.
Don't think, just talk.
Okay, don't think. Just talk. Okay.
What's fucking it up?
All right. So I really like getting up here and I like talking, but I feel like a lot of people don't pay nearly as much attention to newcomers as they probably should. So I want you guys to understand that, like, hookers and porn, and this is not going where I'm going, so I'm going to jump off here because my brain is gone right now.
You gotta talk about hookers and blow.
I was talking about hookers and blow, but I can't keep going. So we're going to talk later. All right, you guys have a good night. Sarah, everybody.